It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Philly. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Hurts.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch 36.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 43-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
They'll run with Gibson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Stop here, D. 25, check 25, check 25.
One more time with Gibson.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Mayfield. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Willis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd down and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 41, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Able to find Willis. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Here's Hurts to throw. Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield on play action. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anthony Schwartz, the intended target.
And now it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
McCann's got it teed up. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goedert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Malik McDowell, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
Now Mayfield.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 96 is coming. You know Mike 96.
Hurts.
Smith catches left side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Hurts. Throw caught there by Willis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play fake. Mayfield. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. The tank. DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. But it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep. His 1st career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd win.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gibson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
McCann's got it teed up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Throwing, Mayfield. The left side completion to Jones.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run it again with Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Pass complete. Goddard. And all the way down to the 42. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Dillon now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Willis.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's back to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Second and 6.
He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball. Downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17.
And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.